The biggest question of independent filmmaking, or when you're asking for contributions or investors, is why do you really think that this film should be made, or why do you want to make this film? What's so important about it that hasn't already been done before? The potential that this film has to really make its mark in the Christian genre.
I've been on this since day one, helping develop the story, and I think we have something really different here. We are working in the Christian genre, however, it's not quite as clear-cut as you might think. Our characters do not live in a black and white world, rather a dark shade of gray.
It's really got a new style to it in a way that no Christian film has ever been told before. But the beautiful thing about this film is that anybody can watch it, Christians or non-religious people. But no matter who watches it, they're all going to walk away being tested, whether it's a test of their faith, whether it's a test of their moral values, or whether or not they can just really put themselves in that situation and think, you know, could I have really done that? Could I have really forgiven this person for that? And in that essence is what really makes this film and its potential really great. The potential that this film has, I really don't want to cheapen it with a low production. I have a lot of motivation to really market this film, not only in theaters all over the country, but via in churches, selling DVDs, marketing it on Netflix and Walmart stores. That's exactly why we want to ask for the budget that we're asking for to really make this film as great as it possibly can.
And we would certainly appreciate any contributions that you have, just simply because although we could potentially make this on a shoestring budget, just having a little bit higher production value would really help out the marketing, and it would certainly help to get this important film seen by a much larger audience. And that, I believe, is essential to having this film make the impact that we believe it has the potential to make.
Our long-term goal, our short-term goal is to make the film The Forgiven, but we want to take the revenue generated from this film and start a production company that can self-sustain by making films, at the same time taking that revenue and giving back to our communities through charities, through starting fundraisers, and even going overseas ministries to third world countries or people that don't have a lot of food or clothing or are in need of a lot of things. And we really want to give back to the world. We really want to create something here that everybody can join. Can you just imagine knowing you're going to a movie, and the money that you pay to see that movie, you know that it's going to help somebody else in the world? I don't think people have really ever had that feeling, or the possibility of having that feeling, you know, and that's what we're really striving to do here. And we really believe that our vessel to achieve that is this film, The Forgiven. The best way to put it is John Q meets No Country for Old Men. It has elements from The Notebook, Rocky, and Dog Day Afternoon.
As far as the overall style of the picture, a lot of this is done in almost a sort of surrealist viewpoint, and considering the subject matter, we thought that it would be not only important but essential to the overall picture by shooting it in a far more artistic manner. Some of the inspiration, I would say, would come from films such as Place Beyond the Pines. I draw some of my personal inspiration from the cinematography from films made by people like Spike Jonze or David Lynch, and also sort of this new perspective, a new way of looking at things that you may see all the time in your day-to-day life, but in a new vantage point, in a new light. And I think that that's one of the main things that we really bring across here.
I'm just so excited about the potential that this film has.
The overall synopsis and plot of the film is we have our main character, Tristan, who, after a very happy life and being a church-going fellow, which his brother is a deacon at the church, there is a very tragic car accident in which he is the driver, which lands his brother into a deep coma. He naturally blames himself, struggles with many internal issues, and issues of losing his faith, which essentially brings him to the point of total desperation in order to pay the medical bills to give his brother a fighting chance. He comes up with a rather sinister plot to rob the church where he was once a member. Because this is a very large and prominent church, a lot of wealthy people are there, and it just seemed like the most viable option for him at the time. And the overall film will be dealing with how a person would react to that and what types of personal conflicts would also come about as a result. And ultimately it's a tale of redemption and forgiveness. First of all, will our hero ever be able to forgive himself? And will the people he loved and the church that he once held so close to his heart, will they be able to forgive him? And those are a lot of the questions that we bring up, and we really like to challenge the audience.
I want to thank you for taking the time to check out our project. And if you can't make a contribution, you're unable to make a contribution at this point, even telling your friends about it or having them check out our page is contribution enough. So I just want to thank you for taking your time and the 4 minutes that that you've allowed me to talk your ear off. But I really, really, really appreciate it. And have a nice day.
So thank you very much for looking at our webpage. Please share the link with your friends, and thank you for hearing us out on this.